Hi, thank you for stopping by my channel, Courtney S. Co. If you're new, welcome. If you're not, welcome back, fam. If you are new to my channel, over here I do hauls. I do a lot of fashion hauls. So if you like fashion, if you like clothes, you would enjoy my channel. I do a little vlogging every now and then, and I do reviews as well. Yeah, so that's the gist of my channel. But today I have something different. I know that by the title, you already know what today's video is about. Today's video is about my Alopeciaareata journey. My name is Courtney Young, and I have Alopeciaareata. That is my first time ever saying it out loud in a sentence. I talk about it. I've said that I had it, but that was my first time ever really speaking it in like a sentence. So yeah, I have Alopeciaareata. If you are not new to my channel, then you probably know a few months back or last year sometime I was saying that I was having hair issues. At the time I really did not know that it was Alopeciaareata until I did research, and I actually diagnosed myself before I was diagnosed by my doctor this year. But yeah, I just want to share with you because I don't know who's following me, and I just want to be a help to somebody because this has been a very challenging journey, and I'm finna get emotional. I thought I was beyond that point. So yeah, so if I go out and come back, that's the reason. This has been a very, very challenging journey. Some days are good, some days aren't good. And I just want to be honest with y'all, and I want to be free. Oh my goodness. And I want to be free. I don't want to come on my channel and always feel like I have to be covered or I always have to wear a hair on my head, because that's really not who I am anymore. Now, my hair may grow back, and if it does, that's fine. But if it doesn't, that's fine too. I'm finally at the point where I'm okay, and I'm ready for everybody to know. My mom and my sisters and some of my friends already know about my condition, but now I think it's time for me just to come out with it. I've been dealing with this all year in private, and like I said, I'm tired of hiding behind the mask. Well, yeah, that too. But I'm tired of hiding behind the hair and the wraps and the, you know, just tired of it. So if you're interested in hearing my journey to here, then keep on watching. Okay, so I have little notes right here, y'all. I don't know why I didn't write it in my book, but yeah, I actually wrote these notes one day at work, and I just figured that I would just keep these. So yeah, so how it all started. A few years ago, probably now 2019, I found a little dime-sized spot in the front of my head. And when I found the spot, I just thought, you know, what in the world is going on? I had been a little stressed. It was after my wedding, and me and my husband were trying to accomplish some things that just seemed like that we couldn't accomplish. So I was kind of stressed. I'm thinking, you know, maybe it's just stress. So I started putting castor oil and tea tree oil on it, and that spot eventually grew back. So cool beans. So later on in 2019, I found that my hair started to break really, really bad. So I'm thinking that my hair was breaking, and I am going to include pictures in this video. I'm thinking that my hair is breaking off because I would wear my hair in a high bun every day to work. You know, those are pineapple styles. And so I thought my breakage came from me just wearing it up. So I stopped wearing it up, and I actually found this other little gadget from off of Amazon that was supposed to take a lot of stress off your hair. So I bought that gadget, and that seemed to help a little bit. But then I just went and I just started wearing like twists and protective styles. So we all know that 2020 was a stressful year. 2020 was very, very stressful for me, not only for me, but for you also. It was the pandemic. I lost my favorite uncle. He passed in February. That came as a surprise because he was sick. He got better, and then he passed, and that hurt all of us. About 3 weeks later, the matriarch of our family, she passed away, my Aunt Elizabeth Taylor. She passed away. That was another hit. And then after she passed away, here comes the pandemic. So during the pandemic, we all know all the changes that we all went through. And let's stop here. So I took my braids out. I had some braids and I took them out in September. After I took the braids out, I noticed that my hair felt thinner. Now, mind you, push pause. This has nothing to do or nothing against my braid. I have the best braider. Have been going to her for years. I do not blame her for any of this because it did not come from her at all. So yeah, just want to say that I took out my braids. This was September 2020. I took my braids out. I felt the back of my hair and it felt really, really thin. I'm thinking, what in the world? Didn't think much of it. I just kept twisting my hair and going on about my business. So time went on. October came, my birthday. I noticed that I had a few spots in my hair. You see how big that is, y'all? That's one of my spots. The other one, I ended up just basically keeping my hair in twists. So then here comes November. November comes and I wash my hair. And I touched the back of my head, y'all, and it felt slick. I mean, onion slick. And I was like, what in the world? What in the world? So I got a mirror and I looked in the back of my head and my hair was completely gone. I'll post a picture right here. The entire back of my hair was gone. It was nothing. It was nothing. And so I cried. I called my husband like, babe, my hair gone. He was like, what you mean? I'm just frantic. I started putting like oils on it and I started looking up stuff on YouTube. I found this girl. Her name is Faye in the City here on YouTube. I found her page and she was basically talking about her journey with alopecia. And I'm like, I know I don't have alopecia, but then everything that she was saying in her video was kind of lining up with everything that I had been going through. And I was like, whoa, I have alopecia or some sort. So when she said Alopeciaareata, I was like, yeah, I have alopecia areata. So I kind of diagnosed myself, which is very, very dangerous. Side note, don't ever diagnose yourself. Don't do it. I kind of knew that that's what it was. So I started doing some of the things that she was saying in her video. She did this whole onion oil thing where she took like olive oil and put the onions over in and boiled it and put it on her hair. So I decided, I'm going to try that. I tried it. It worked. It actually worked. It worked, but my hair would just fall out again. So I'm going to tell you this. One of the most traumatic things in the world is to just look at your hair just fall out of your head. I mean, I'm not talking about shedding. I'm talking about clumps of hair. You washing your hair in clumps just falling in the tub. And it's just the scariest thing ever. So I got tired of losing hair. So many of you already know my husband is a barber. So I said, babe, look, I'm tired of losing my hair. I need you to cut my hair. He was like, are you sure? Because he know how I am. He absolutely know how I am. So he was like, are you sure? Because once I cut it, Courtney, So I'm like, yeah, babe, just cut it. So he cut my hair, but the first time he cut my hair, he cut it like in like a mini, like a teeny weeny fro. Very, very short. It was short, but I still had hair. So time went on and I just started losing that. So I said, babe, no, cut my hair. So he cut it like in a Caesar. Very, very short. I'm gonna post pictures. I was actually okay with that. I was okay with it being cut like that. It was cute. It looked good on me. Anyway, so yeah, so I was like, okay, I could vibe with this. But what's crazy is that even though my hair was that short, my hair still came out. And so fast forwarding a little bit, last May when you guys saw me and Anthony out in Charlotte for our anniversary, that time Anthony cut my hair so short. Like it was like short. I mean, almost ball short. And I looked in the mirror after he did my haircut and I cried. I cried like a baby because the person that I was looking in the mirror was not the person that I've known for 30 whatever years. And so looking at myself like that, I was like, wow, like I'm really going through this. I think that moment hit me. But anyway, so after he cut my hair, I didn't say nothing to him. And he was like, babe, what's wrong? And I was like, why you, because I got mad. Why you cut it so short? And he's like, okay, well, I mean, Courtney, he didn't say this, but I'm sure he was probably thinking this, like, well, Courtney, you really didn't have much to cut, you know. But I guess mentally, I had to place blame on somebody, and I placed it on him. And babe, I apologize. I'm sure I have already, but I apologize again, just in case you see this video. But yeah. So that weekend kind of started off rough, and I really felt myself going into a depression. Like that night, I cried myself to sleep. I mean, boo-hooing, cried myself to sleep. And that has not happened to me before ever. And so I really felt myself kind of going into a deep, dark hole of depression, because I'm thinking like, I'm a newlywed. Me and my husband, we got married 3 years ago. We still newlyweds. And so I'm sure he probably thinks this isn't the woman that I married. Not only that, but you know, just a whole lot of things were going through my mind, y'all. I'm thinking about, I'm trying to be an influencer. How am I be an influencer and I'm bald headed? Like, you know, I'm thinking all of this stuff in my head, and I'm like, why would this happen to me? So I'm thinking like, okay, what did I do to make this happen to me? So anyway, I ended up making an appointment with my doctor for my annual. I told him, you know, test for my thyroid, and I told him, I said, you know, I've been experiencing some hair loss. I wasn't honest. I told him, I said, I've been experiencing some hair loss. Can you test me for whatever? So he did. He tested thyroid. He tested just any kind of test. I don't have a list of all the tests, but I'll put it right here. He tests for everything that could possibly show up in my blood, you know, cancer. He looked at all my cell counts and all this type of stuff. So my test came back, everything looked good. So time went on. I'm dealing with, you know, losing my hair on my head. I'm dealing with it. It's not as bad as I think it is. I'm still not comfortable with showing the public my head, but you know, hey, I wear wigs anyway. So I'm just wearing wigs to work and whatever. And so one day I look in the mirror and I notice that my eyebrow looked funny. So mind you, I'm still not diagnosed with alopecia areata. I'm not medically diagnosed. I've diagnosed myself. But anyway, so I look in the mirror and I'm like, my eyebrow looks really thin. So I asked Anthony, do my eyebrow look thin? He's like, oh yeah, it do look a little thin. So time went on, and it seemed like every time I would wash my face, or every time I would take my makeup off, it would be like brow hair on the makeup wipe, or hairs in the just eyebrows hair just falling out. So I said, okay, let me ask my doctor to check some more tests. So I went back in again, talked to my doctor. He checked everything. He was like, Courtney, you have a condition called alopecia areata. When he said that, I cried. And I cried. And I cried. And I said, how can I stop this? He was like, you can't. So he referred me to see a dermatologist. I have not seen the dermatologist yet. I had one telemed visit, and this was actually before I saw my doctor, and the only thing that they really offered me were steroid injections. Now, I have my own feelings about getting steroid injections, so yeah, right now I am not going to get them for my own personal reasons. But yeah, other than that, this is my lot. So how I'm coping. I am coping with alopecia areata. I am trying to deal with this the best way that I can. I am staying busy. I have a new love for doing me. For one, life is too short. And I have to say this, not that I am discounting the fact that I have alopecia, but I have to say this, that there are people in the world dealing with other things worse than alopecia. I guess I'm dancing around this question. And the reason I guess I'm dancing around how I'm coping with alopecia is because every day is different. Again, I guess I'm dancing around how I'm coping. God, He helps me cope. And I know that sounds like a real churchy answer, but that's just honestly, without Him, I would be crazy. Not that I was a superficial person. And not that I am a superficial person, but I know India said I am not my hair, but I am my hair. My hair is me. Yeah, I mean, I was born with it. So yeah, India. Yeah. It's mine and I missed it.
Y'all, I was doing a whole lot of rambling right here, but I forgot to say this. One thing that I tell myself every morning when I get up is that fear and faith cannot reside in the same space. That has really helped me. It's really helped me deal and to cope. Fear and faith cannot reside in the same space. Every single morning when I get up, I remind myself that, and I hope this helps someone as well.
You just never know the hand that life is going to deal you. You just never know what you're going to have to deal with in life. And this is just something that I'm dealing with. I do believe in miracles, and I do believe that a miracle can happen for me. But if this is my lot, if this is what I have to go through in life, if this is what God has chosen me to go through to be a blessing or to help somebody else, then so be it. And some mornings I wake up and I'm okay. But then some mornings I wake up and I cry. I still cry about it. I still get emotional about it. You know, I do. But shout out to my family. Shout out to my husband. Y'all. Shout out to my mom and shout out to my sisters. And I almost start calling names, but to the people that I confided in and told them that I was going through this, they all said, well, Quentin, I mean, you fine. You know, I'm sure you look good with a bald head. And but yeah, so again, I want this video to come out before Vlogmas because in case if I decide to come on the camera bald headed, or in case if I decide to come on the camera and y'all notice that my hair looks like it's gone, that's because it is. Please be nice in the comments. Please be nice in the comments. But yeah, this video is 26 minutes long, so I'm going to try to edit it as much as I can. But thank you so much for being understanding. Thank you so much for your prayers in advance and your encouragement in advance. And I just want you to be encouraged and just know that I don't care what you're going through. I don't care how long you've been going through it. You're going to be all right. You're going to be all right. You're going to be all right. You're going to make it. Just got to tough it out and go through it. Yeah, so I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one.